Hey, it's me. It's Candace Lynn. Yes, I'm live, I think. And I hope my microphone's working. So if you hop on and you can't hear me, let me know because I need to buy a really good microphone. Okay. But, I've got other things I got to pay for. So, anyways, let me know if you can hear me. If you hop on, I would really appreciate it because, like I said, I'm using a microphone that was just one I had. I need to get a nice microphone. That's why I told my daughter the other day. Did the live the other night, and I said, "Oh, it sounded horrible." She said, "Well, I bet it did," because she's a professional streamer. I mean, she does on Twitch and stuff, and so she knows all that stuff. Well, she gotta get in the middle, anyways. So she knows all that stuff, and I don't know that stuff. So I'm gonna learn. I'm learning slowly. So if you're on, just say hi and let me know that you're here and if you can hear me, because if you can't hear me, I mean, I guess if you couldn't hear me, you couldn't tell me, huh? Anyway, so yeah, I'm Candace Lynn. This is my channel, Carry On Candace, where I just talk about random stuff. Most of y'all know if you see that live button in the corner, that means we're live. And please feel free to join the chat. And I just talk about random stuff. I talk about having ADHD, living silver and solo, and I claim to be an over 50 content creator, which I am, and it won't be for long because I'll be starting a new era. Anyways, so most I love to shop. I like to, I'm a self-proclaimed frugal fashionista, is what I like to think I am. And that one person, would you please say hi? Just say hi. And I want to just make sure if y'all can hear me. But anyways, so I decided to, I guess I scared them because they hopped off. I decided to do this unboxing tonight in front of y'all because I thought it was funny because today I was at work. And if you know me and follow me enough, I work in a funeral home. Yeah. Yes, I am a funeral director apprentice. I am in my apprenticeship. So, anyways, I'm hoping get that done soon. I don't know. I can't take my test for a while. But anyway, so today while I was sitting at work, it showed that I had a package and there was a picture of these two boxes on my porch. So I was pretty excited about that. So I wanted to unbox these with y'all because I tell people I hyper focus really bad. And when I hyper focus, I'm going to turn this way. When I hyper focus, especially when shopping, I hyper focus to the point that, I impulse shop. Okay. But I justify it. And my friend Allison from Living Over 55, she understands because, you buy it for the booth. I have a vendor booth that I sell out of. I sell a lot of different things. And so I use that as my excuse. But anyways, over the weekend, I was kind of tired and kind of crashed. And so I just laid in bed and I did some shopping from my phone and my bed. And it was wonderful. But if you haven't tried it, I've got it down there, shopgoodwill.com. I mean, if you're familiar with Goodwill, Goodwill is kind of like a giant thrift store. I mean, you can go to them. I mean, I think we have two in the town over for me. But anyways, yes. So hang on. Let me check something. Hang on. I'm just going to check something. Okay. So what I was saying is that Goodwill has an online, and it's just a bidding auction is what it is. I mean, you just bid against other people, and just all kinds of neat stuff on there. So I found some really cool stuff. If you can hop on, let me know, say hi, and let me know if you can hear me because I'm using this microphone because I'm going to have to buy me a new microphone. As a matter of fact, I shopped on Goodwill.com to see if they had any used microphones, because I thought I'll just buy a used microphone. But I hadn't found one yet. And this is one I just had, so I thought I'd try it. So I know the sound quality is not pristine, but I'm getting there. When I hit 1,000 subscribers and I get monetized, then maybe I can afford to buy me a microphone. We can all dream, huh? So anyways, I did want to, I do a lot of shopping, and Allison called me out today. I wish I could think of her. And it's Allison. I wonder if I can pull it up this way. Um, anyways, Life After 55. She shouted me out today again because she went to the Cato. And I love to shop at Cato, but she went to the Cato and she got some deals. Yeah, but I'm fixing to put her to a challenge. She doesn't know it yet, but eventually she will know. I'm a challenger. But anyway, she went to the Cato and got some really cute stuff. So she shouted me out today, so I'm going to shout her out. It's Allison's Life After 55, so make sure you all follow her. I wish I knew how to share stuff. Like I said, I'm new to all this. But anyway, say hi when you hop on, okay? But yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. Is I was going to do an unboxing. Most of y'all know I do have a resale, and I resell items in my booth. So I did want to share with you. I'm going to kind of do a different branding with my booth. I'm fixing to move to a different booth, and my daughter and I kind of share a booth together. So I'm going to do a little bit different unbranding. Branding? Branding. Hang on. Let me grab my phone real quick. I think it's over here. But I assume it's working. I don't know. Can you tell me if my microphone's working? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? But I'm going to do things a little bit different in my booth. And so one of the things I do is I sell a lot of jewelry. And so I'm going to put my jewelry on different cards, I believe. So I'm going to put my jewelry. Oh, there it was. Woo-hoo! Anyways, I'm going to put my jewelry on different cards. And let me see if I can tag people from here. But let me do that. Oh, well, it was an idea. But anyways, I'm going to put my jewelry on different cards. If you come on, say hi. Let me know you're here. These are, I normally put them on just little plain brown cards, and I didn't bring one over here. So I'm going to redo all of my earrings and put them on these little, I wanted something a little more boho looking, maybe hippie looking. I don't know what you want to call it, but I found these on the Temu. And it's really quick. I mean, I think I ordered them like last week. And so anyways, I don't know about you, but if you know Tracy from the Wild West, I think this looks like her. Anyways, I think it does. I think it looks like Tracy. Anyway, because she wears them really cool big glasses. But anyways, these are going to be my new earring cards. I'm going to go and change a lot of my earrings out. So I put them on there, and they came in different. Like, I just love that girl. She's so pretty. And there's different ones. Now, the only thing I don't like about these is that they have these little necklace slots in them, but I couldn't find any that didn't. But anyways, the little earring holes are right there. And I can show you how they work. I thought they were so cute. Oh, here's another pair that I did. This is another pair of my earrings. So, but I just thought those were kind of cute, kind of hip looking. But look at this one. She's pretty. I love her. But yeah, those are the new earring cards. Not crazy about this one, but kind of I don't know what you call it, but it's cute. And this one I thought was kind of pretty, but but she's crying. She's got tears coming out of her eyes, but it's cute. Um, but yeah, those are the new earring cards I'm going to. That's a new. She don't have no face, but still cute. But oh, this one's pretty. I love that. It kind of reminds me of Gone with the Wind. But yeah, those are going to be my new earring cards. I'm going to just redo some of my earrings and put them on there. And then I've got a really cute shadow box I'm going to put them in. Um, I bought it on Facebook Marketplace. It's got like some background on it. It says Paris and different stuff on it. So I'm going to put a little hole in the top here, and then those will go like in that little shadow box. And that's how I'm going to display them my um, in my booth. So there's some earrings right there. But yeah, I bought several packages. They weren't very expensive. I want to say they were like $3 a pack or something. If you're on, say hello, hello. Um, so I think they were about $3. It might have been less than that. I know, but I got them off the Temu. You know the Temu, and I've seen some of these on Amazon, and I almost bought them on Amazon, but they were just a little bit more expensive. And I could have got them in 2 days with Prime, but I thought, well, I'll try them. And if I don't like them, then I can always try something else. So anyways, that is the new earring things, and I'll let y'all see that as it goes on. I don't remember. I think I showed these to y'all the other night. These are some new earrings that I got. And I tell everybody I love floral. So I'm really kind of excited about wearing these. I think these are adorable. They're blue, but I love floral. So I'm going to I have this orange pair. Yeah, here's the orange pair. Right here is, oop, find the camera. There's the green pair. See, I think they look really cute on those little cards. And like I said, I have a little shadow box I'm going to put in and display in the booth. Anyway, let me take a little drink here. Sugar-free Gatorade. I don't know if you've tried this flavor. This is the green apple. I'm not one of those people that like green apple, uh, like the Jolly Ranchers. I mean, they're okay. I mean, they're not my favorite. My favorite's watermelon, but this is really good. Yeah, the Gatorade Zero in the green apple. They have a watermelon too, and then there was another one I got. It was like glacier cherry or something. It's really good. But obviously, they are not in the Walmart. They're not in the Walmart because I had to order 'em. And hang on just a minute. My friends are calling me. Let me send him a message and let him know that I'm not here. Well then. Okay. Sorry about that. And see what I make sure everything is okay with my son. I think he was off work. So he was probably just checking in and saying, hey. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get to this unboxing because you know the two of you that are here, you will get to enjoy this unboxing. So let's the first thing okay, so I let me tell you, this one came from Virginia. Okay. This I bought from a Goodwill in Virginia. When you go on shopgoodwill.com, you don't know where you're going to get it from. So that's why I always check the shipping because I live in Arkansas and I always check the shipping because um, sometimes it's a little higher. Like stuff that ships from like Washington or Oregon is a lot harder to come to the South. Okay. So always, anytime before you get on something, always check the shipping on it. Okay. So this, I think, is I think this was like a lamp that I ordered or that I bought. I won it in an auction. I might have paid like $11 for it. And one of them, the shipping, sometimes you can get the shipping for a penny. sometimes, but the shipping, they'll charge handling fee, and it might be like $2.99 or something. So I think this is what. Oh, lovely! There was the other one in the floor. Anyways, yeah, kind of dangerous with scissors. So yeah, I think this is probably the lamp that I ordered. Me and somebody else was bidding on it, but it was new. It was a new lamp, and oh, this looks really good. Yeah, see? And let me open her up here. This is exciting. I have made these kind of lamps before. I have bought like if I bought them at Goodwill or sorry about the noise. But I have bought these lamps before. I actually bought like waste baskets, and I have made lamps out of them. But this one was an actual lamp. And like I said, it's super cute. But I'm gonna hang it in the booth. I might put a price tag on it. I don't know. See how nice they wrapped it, and it gets really fast because I think I just paid for this like on Sunday. I think I paid for it Sunday night. I can't remember. Anyway, so here's the lamp part, and it was like I said, it's new, but that's the lamp part, and then the little bulb and stuff goes in there. But then here's the electric cord. It's just like a swag lamp. It's a hanging lamp. So here's all the goodies that go inside of it. And of course, and then they give you a nice little love note. Oh no, that's not a love note. That was the instructions of the actual bag of stuff. Sometimes they give you a love note. So here is the inside. This goes on the lamp. So this I thought was really cute, but I have made a lot of these out of waste baskets before. So anyways, this goes in this part right here, and then you put this part on. So I was pretty excited about this. I got a pretty good deal on this, I thought. I think by the time I won the auction, it was like $11. And then, so anyways, so yeah, that's it. That came from shopgoodwill.com. And I don't know, I'm sure you can find them on Amazon, but I like kind of buying them, and I like the thrill of winning an auction. But I had to find out I don't remember what I paid for shipping on that. So anyways, so yeah, that was that. Like I said, this one shipped from Virginia. So the shipping was pretty inexpensive on this. I should have wrote all that down so I'd have it for you. Anyway, so there's that. Of course, then this is all the hooks that go in the ceiling and stuff. So that was a nice little lamp. But yeah, I won that in an auction. And then let me get down here to this other stuff. And then actually we will probably have an unboxing. We might have another one tomorrow because we may have another unboxing tomorrow because I have some other stuff coming in. So this one came from, this one was also Virginia. So more than likely what I did is I bought two things and they combined the shipping. So if you buy two things, in some cases, if you buy two things or more than one item from one place, they will combine the shipping up to 20 pounds. Now, I did buy a couple of things from Georgia, and there was another. I probably won't buy from them no more because they didn't combine my shipping. I wasn't very happy. And I love the state of Georgia. Okay, so this was a lot, not a lot, but a lot of Christmas decor, Christmas stuff right now. And the resale booth is selling like hotcakes. And I have like 8, maybe 10 large wreaths that I bought in an auction. Big wreaths, like we're talking Christmas wreath with lights in them. I got them on highbid.com, and I paid $5 for that lot. Yeah, and there's 8, at least 8. I know 8 to 10 very large Christmas wreaths And so I'm going to try to get them out this for the weekend so that I can put them in the booth. So this was a Christmas lot. We'll just kind of go through it real quick, then maybe we'll pick through it. This was a Christmas lot of little Christmas ornaments and stuff. So it was, I didn't really give a whole lot for it either. Like I said, if I think about it, I'll start posting those. This looks like, well, this had a $10.99 price tag, so I know it wasn't much more than that for this lot, but this was a stocking hanger. So I'm not usually real big on a lot of Christmas stuff, but okay, so sometimes you get some, like here is a box of Christmas ornaments. 2 of them are broke. Okay, I can deal with that because I can figure out to do something with them, but they're glass, and you take the chance of that. I don't remember if they were broke in the, but the U.S. mail. These are cute little things. These little, I love these. Oh, and these got little things where they stick on the window. Oh, imagine that. So yeah, so those little candlelight, and I might take those to work. Those are kind of cute. Those are cute. I love those. Okay, then we had this little Christmas tree. It looks a little lopsided, but it's a cute little Christmas tree. So we had that. And then, of course, snowmen. People love snowmen. Sell a lot of little snowmen, so yeah, look there. Look at that little snowman. So cute. And I think what sold me on this was these little guys. I thought they were so cool. Now this one, he looks like he's done broke. Dadgummit. Anyways, as I said, you take a chance when you buy stuff like this. So he looks like he wasn't broke in the picture. So he broke. But you know what? I'll probably just glue him together. I won't sell him, but I'll probably just use him for display. But I'll just have to fix him. But I loved these little Santas. I love it. I thought they were kind of wood, but I don't think they're wood. They're like a resin. But yeah, that little Santa broke. But like I said, this one I probably wouldn't resell. I'll probably patch it up and just put it in there for display. This one I'd probably sell. I just have to see what it's worth. Okay, he was cute. Cute little guy. So yeah, the 2 little Santas. And the other thing was this little thing. It looks like a door hanger. Little doorknob hanger. So yeah. Anyways, that was just a Christmas lot. I wasn't like trying to get anything exciting. Let's go through this little bag of stuff real quick. But that was cute. It's a little stocking hanger. So, but yeah, Christmas stuff is already selling. If you're on, just say hi. Okay, let me know you're on and let me know where you're tuning in from. But these I love. I love these little candles. So I will check them out, see if they work. And like I said, these are nice because they have the little things that stick on the window so they won't fall out. Cool. And then let's open this little thing up, this little bag. And it had some just different, look at these are glass and it didn't break. That looks really old. I don't know. It may not be. Anyways. Oh, hey, Christine. How are you? It's my friend from Canada. Yeah, so that's kind of old, I think. It looks kind of old. Looks like a little egg. So this is just a grab bag of stuff that I bought on Goodwill.com. It's just a little, ooh. Now this is kind of, what I do is I'll go on Google Lens and I will put take a picture of them and then it will show me if it's anything special. So Christina, how is Canada? Oh, Canada. I don't know how the song goes though. You'll have to sing it to me. I just remember, oh, Canada. I remember when I was about 16 years old, we went to Disney World. My sister and my brother-in-law at the time took me to Disney World, which is in Florida. And I was just 16. So we went into this thing. It was like a big dome. It was, where all the little world, small world is, and it was a like a documentary on Canada, and it was like this big dome, and the screen was all around us. It was really cool, and I just remember, oh, Canada. So yeah, that's my story. That's as close to Canada I've ever been. Oh, you're so funny, Christine. Thank you. I adore you. Yeah, we should drink coffee together sometime. Uh, we need to do a coffee chat, like a coffee Zoom or something. I don't know. So here's another one of the. You know what? I'm gonna these are like metal. So sorry, I can't figure out where my camera is. These are so cute. Anyway, so yeah, they're kind of. Yeah, I'm not a big decoration person. This just looks like, run of the mill, but we'll find something to use it for. Um, I'm not a big I didn't even put a tree up last year. But it's just me. And my daughter was in another state and my son works on holidays. So cute little, this is just stuff that I can either make. Oh, thank you so much. I still have today's makeup on from work today. I did kind of fluff up my lipstick a little bit. You doing okay, girl? And anyway, so yeah, one day at a time, girl. One day at a time is how we got to do it. But yeah. Anyway, so that was in there. Like I said, there's not probably anything too fabulous. Some of this I can probably put in grab bags. Yeah, I just decided because today when I was at work, I I saw a picture on from the FedEx man. He had dropped these 2 boxes off, and I thought, "Why not?" Well, honey, I love the USA too, but it's I don't know. I would almost like to move to Canada. Yeah, it's just crazy all around, I think. But of course, y'all's old prime minister, isn't he dating Katy Perry now? Moving up in the world, huh? Go to Akron, Ohio. Now, I have never been to Ohio. Would be north, probably east of me. So yeah. But oh yeah, oh, Trudeau, he's dating Katy Perry. Although he is kind of cute, I'll admit he's a lot cuter than our president. So okay, there we go. There's another little Christmas ornament in that little container, and then hang on. Mm, Okay, this was like a candle. I'm sorry, I can't figure out where my camera angle is. So that was like a little candle, but I mean, at least it didn't melt. And then here's just some little nicky knack little. And like I said, I can put these in grab. Well, it's what we were talking. I don't try to bring up politics because anytime I do, I lose followers. but I don't. Anyways, I don't think there's anybody good anymore. Really, I don't. I don't. I'm just about to lose faith in humanity. See, I'm a crazy dog woman. Are you a crazy cat woman? So, anyways, there you go. There's a little Santa Claus. I live in town, but I'm really missing. I had all my kids. This is really. At first, I thought that was wood. But that's kind of cute. Um, I raised my kids in the country, and then when their dad and I divorced, I wanted to move to town. I like living in town, and there's just these 2 little red balls. Those are just glass. And then, oh, look at the little mouse. That's a cutie. So, like I said, some of these I'll just probably put in grab bags, and I do sell a lot of grab bag stuff with Christmas. As a matter of fact, I have some in my booth right now. And well, there's like a skiing angel. Now, isn't she a cutie? She's skiing. But I have some grab bags of like ribbon and stuff in my booth right now, and they've been selling. So, oh, this is kind of a cutie. I think it's missing a part, but yeah, that's neat. But that, anyways, that kind of. Oh, I don't know if I showed you that. Anyway, yeah, I have my 4 dogs, and these right here, I'm kind of excited about these. These look like, what are those eggs they call? Fili- Filigree? Filigree? No, is that what they're called? I don't know, but this is really neat because they're kind of gold, and I do think they have like a stamping on them. I can't really say, but I will get my. But they're different. Are they different? I will get my magnifying glass out and start going through it and looking, and then I need to make sure if you take a black light, because a lot of times stuff is made with uranium, and my daughter's shine. I had gotten a little egg and a lot of stuff. It was a little porcelain egg, and the egg was um, it was Fenton. What if y'all know what Fenton glass is? I know, isn't there's 2 of them. So I'm gonna do some research on them, and I'll see if I can find anything, and then if I find anything on it, I'll put it in the community in my community post. See, but I'll research them after I get off here. But anyways, I have a little porcelain egg that I got in a lot of stuff, and it was Fenton glass or Fenton. I'm not familiar with all those kind of things, but I know people are. But yeah, so it was out of 2,500 of these made, it was number 74. I found that to be quite remarkable. So I have it for sale. I put it on like a um, platform and try to sell it. I don't for what the price I put on it because uh, you know, Siberian Husky, Alaskan Malamute. Yeah, I love. Oh, you taking care of your parents? Okay, I did that. I took care of my mom until she passed in 23. But I ended up having to put her into a nursing home later on after that. Yeah, my mama was 93 when she passed. So um, I miss her every day. Yes, girl, I love that. I love that them gold ornaments. And like I said, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna do some research on them, and I'll let you know. I'll put a post in my community post if they're anything spectacular. But like I said, I was telling you about that Fenton egg. You can tell my ADHD meds wear off, and I bounce all over the place. But anyways, I put it on another platform to sell, and I did put a high price on it, but I can always come down on it. But they were selling anywhere from like $75 and up. Okay. So I had bought that in a auction lot for I think the lot I paid, if I remember correctly, it was like $10 or $12 for a lot, and it was like several little pieces. And I'm not one for glass and stuff, but I've been starting to get into it more because now I'm finding out that's what people like, especially at this booth where I have my booth at. And anyways, there was a little trinket, like a grand piano. It was so pretty. It was pink. I still have it. I don't know where. I put it somewhere. But anyways, I put it, anyways, I took pictures of it and I put it online, and I found it was selling for $35. So I paid 12, $13 for that lot of little cutie things in it, and shoot, or make my money back. So I mean, I might not sell it for that much, but hey, it looks like I'm going to make my money back regardless. But yeah, I'm gonna look these up, and I'll find out more information about those. But I thought those were pretty. Those are pretty. This is kind of cool too. At first, I thought this was wood. I'm not sure if it is or not. Not even sure. So I don't know. This little angel I thought was kind of pretty. I always look to see if they have marked. Oh, this one does have a date on it. 2006. So, like I said, I had to get my little magnifying glass out, and if I think about it, I will see what I found out on them, and I'll post it. But I do see it says 2006 USA, I think. Maybe it's KSA. My eyes are tired. But yeah, so okay, that's pretty exciting. They say anything is like what, 97 or older is considered vintage. Anything from 1997 and older. I'm real vintage. What about any of y'all? Are y'all vintage? I'm vintage. I was born after 1997. I'm extremely vintage. But you know what? I'm happy to be here because so many people that I absolutely adored and loved. And I just look at it this way that see, we're vintage. I think it's great to be vintage. I am 59. I will be 60. So we need to, I think we'll just have a big YouTube party because I'm not one for going out and partying and doing things. So I think I'll just celebrate with y'all when I turn 60. Yeah, I was going to say, it's really sad. Um, very vintage. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's good to be vintage because what I was going to say is a lot of I have friends that, oh, thanks, Christine. Like I said, it is a long work day. And yeah, I think, I work in a funeral home and yeah, the phone it's been a little busy. Been a little busy. The sad thing is, this is really sad, and I'm going to do a PSA. Just have all your affairs in order, okay? Don't put that on your kids or your family because let me tell you what, we've had two families come in this week and can't pay a funeral. They can't. They can't even pay to have their loved one cremated, and it's so heartbreaking. I mean, if I had a lot of money, I'd just do it, but I can't. And it just makes me sad because so if I could tell you anything, just have all that done, and with your parents being older, the year before my mother passed, my sister and I, of course, my mother had dementia. We went down and planned all that. Of course, I worked for that funeral home part time at the time, and but it's still hard, and thankfully we had everything done. And anyways, but there's always something you remember, and we were able, to pay for her funeral before she had passed. But it just breaks my heart to see that people and people think the funeral industry is such a maybe some are, but we're not. We are like one of the cheapest in our area, and it just makes me so sad because people want to like we had people they were like wanting to have this big funeral and everything. Well, they didn't know. They thought Social Security or what the government would pay for their funeral, or they thought the Veterans Administration, and they don't. They don't do that. I mean, you might get a little something, but they're not going to pay for an $8,000 funeral. And so my heart has just really that puts a strain on families, and I just hate it. I just really do, and I hate to see, especially children of go through that. So I am a firm believer in pre-planning. Pre-plan them things, okay? And I'm losing people because I'm talking about death, but I deal with it every day. And if you know me, I am a funeral director, and so I deal with death every day. People look at me and they go, God, but I think it takes, funeral directors have morticians, embalmers. They have there's such a stereotype for those for people in the funeral industry. So, so I like to be a little different. I don't want people to think because when people say, "You do what?" I see dead people. But anyway, so yeah, that's my PSA for the day. But yes, so like I said, I've been doing some, and I appreciate those of you who have hung in here with me. But I did do some shopping over the weekend, and I don't know if you, I don't think I made a post in my community post. Do y'all know anything about? There's a brand of glassware. It's called Anchor Hawking. Okay, I've seen Anchor. It's kind of like a depression glass, is what they call it. But Anchor Hawking is like, I guess it's a glass company, but I want to say it's in the States. I don't know. They still make glassware. And anyways, so I discovered, I'm a little late to the game on everything. I discovered that Anchor Hawking makes this glassware that is, I wish, and when I learned how to do this StreamYard thing, I'm going to start putting pictures up. But they make this glassware that is like emerald green. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a little darker than my green apple Gatorade here. And if you've heard of it, let me know. But oh my lord. Anyways, I've discovered it. So I'm just ready to pack my Pioneer Woman stuff and take it to my booth or put it on Marketplace and sell it because I'm looking for this Anchor Hawking Forest Charm. And you can look it up and Google it. Oh yeah. Oh honey, I've worked in long-term care too. I was a social service director in long-term care, and I was a huge advocate for my residents. And I had a few families mad at me. Let's just put it that way. So, because that's one thing I learned about in that your parent. I mean, they come first, and um, a lot of people think when they put their parents in a nursing home, they don't have any rights. And I had this one little old lady, she wanted to smoke. She was in the lockdown, well, we call it a secure unit because she had dementia. And she wanted to smoke, but her kids were like, we ain't buying her cigarettes because we don't want her to smoke. Well, she has the right to smoke. But they think they put them in a nursing home. They can't do nothing. And so there's authority above me in the state. And I call them and say, they refuse to buy her cigarettes. She's bumming cigarettes off of other people. And so I got those people after them, and said, look, you're whether you want her to smoke or not. Now, if she had a medical condition, I could totally understand that, but they were just being downright hateful. They were just trying to keep stuff away from her and keep her locked up. And then one time they tried to move her, and I wouldn't let them move her because she had no idea she was getting moved. So yeah, I'm a huge advocate when it comes to uh rights like that. It's like my mother. My mother was very combative was uh when she was in the nursing home, and she was very combative, and she was scared to death to have showers. She was scared of water because growing up, and she was 93 when she passed. So growing up, she had a fear of drowning. And so when she took a shower, I mean, my mother washed her hair in the sink with her head over. She would never get in a shower and wash her hair that I ever knew of because it scared her. I don't know why, but if she got water in her face and she had no control over it, it scared her. So anyways, she just beat the flip out of people because she didn't want to take a shower. But of course, like I said, she was in that late stage of dementia. And I would have to go down there. And of course, again, remember, I worked in long term care, not at the time. And I would say, you can give my mother like something to calm her because I don't want I don't want her to beat the flip out of your people. Don't be. She had orders. The doctor had wrote her orders and to take like a Xanax or something, and the nurse would always say, "Well, if she falls on my watch, then it's my responsibility." And I said, "If my mother falls in this building, I'm not going to be mad at you because my mother was nocturnal and walked back and forth constantly, and but I don't want her hurting your them trying to do their job and you hurting them and her hurting them, hitting them, slapping them." Mama was strong. Mama beat me up one weekend. And let me tell you something. My mama was the sweetest person ever lived, but when she got dementia, she was the holy hellcat. Now, I didn't even know the woman. And that's why I hate dementia and I hate Alzheimer's because it's just such a mean disease. It's not just the family, it's not just the person, it's the caregivers that have to deal. And so my mama beat me to a flip one time and not intentionally, but she was upset or mad about something. But she would do that to their workers. And I said, don't let her do that. Give her something to calm her and save her the stress. And but there are a lot of times they won't give it to them because they said, well, she falls. She falls. I don't care. If she falls in this building, I'm not going to be mad at you because, like I said, my mama never, she wouldn't use a walker. She wouldn't use a wheelchair. Very independent till the day she left this world. And now she's probably up there barking orders to everybody up in heaven. I know she is. But she was very sweet, very mild mannered, very, very sweet lady. But dementia, in the grips of dementia, she was, like I said, a hellcat. But this is her birthday month. So I've been really in my feels about her. Y'all have any questions for me? Feel free to ask me anything. I'm sorry, I planned on that was the only thing I wanted to show y'all today. Uh, I think that was all I had. That's all I got. I wanted to show you my earring cards, and I showed you those. And like I said, I'm going to have a couple of more boxes coming this week. And so if you want to see those, just give me some thumbs up or whatever y'all do. I don't know. I'm getting better at this streaming. My friend Kathleen has kind of taught me a little bit. And so you know Kathleen, don't you, Christine? Oh, I just assume you both live in Canada. So I assume you are like neighbors or something. You just like live right next door to each other. No, I mean, I know she's from Canada too. I mean, it's like Allison Life After 55. I think she's in Texas. And I hate that. And then yeah, I know, I understand. I mean, because I didn't want to put my mother in a nursing home. It was my sister and I struggled and struggled and struggled with it, but she was getting so bad, and my brother was trying to take care of her, and that wasn't fair to him. He didn't need to be bathing her and taking care of her like that, and she was very, even not in her right mind, she was very modest, and in in the nursing home, she did not like she liked the male nurses because she liked the male nurses if they was good looking, but the little CNA guys and stuff like that, she was very modest, and she grew up in an era where I always tell people, my mother had 4 kids, and my dad probably only seen her naked 4 times, so I like to think it that way. But I mean, she was just a very modest woman. And so, I mean, it was just, like I said, if a man saw her naked, she was very embarrassed and very modest. And like I said, even in her dementia mind, she knew that wasn't right. I mean, she was very, uh, I tell you what, my neighborhood is getting so noisy. I used to not hear sirens. I used to not hear, and I hate it. I mean, it's happening. I mean, things are just getting a little wild. And last night I was laying in bed and I could hear sirens. I could hear people running up and down the street, driving fast and loud, and the motorcycles. And I thought, it used to not be like that. So I'm wanting to move back out. I'm really considering, I would like to downsize and move back out into the country. I mean, or, just kind of a little bit rural. I don't want to move too far away from the city because I still have to go to doctor's appointments and I just kind of like running to McDonald's and getting a cheeseburger and not having to drive 50 miles to do it. So, anyways, I have really been considering if I could find. I do have some land out, but it's a little further out than I want to live. So, I don't know. I'm contemplating. I don't know. I figured I'll stay in my I do this every year. I'm gonna stay in my house one more winter. Stay in my house one more winter. And this is the one more winter. I'm gonna stay in my house. And I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I think I've told you I would love to have a tiny home or even have a uh, like an RV. I think I would love to live in an RV. People say, "Oh no, you wouldn't." My problem is I have a lot of clothes and I have a lot of dogs. So so I did find the cutest RV a while back, and this is not only about unboxing. Obviously, you can tell maybe I need to take this banner off. I'm gonna take this banner down real quick. Um, anyways, I went and looked at this camper one time, and I just loved it. I just loved this camper because it basically had like 2 bedrooms. So, it had a bed for me, and then, my dogs stay in kennels. Lately, they haven't been staying in the kennel because, well, Beanie had her eye, so I have a dog that has no eyes now. I mean, they're completely gone. And if you'd like to see her, I will go get her. I can always go get her. But she's recovering. She gets her stitches out next Tuesday. So, but she lost her eyes because of glaucoma. But anyway, so I just loved this RV because it had a bedroom and then it had another bedroom. And this other bedroom was it had a bed in it, but I could take the bed out and I could put I could make a little dog area in there, the little gate up. But like I said, the dogs have not been staying in their kennels just during the day lately. I have one dog that she has really taken up with Bean, who has lost both of her eyes, and she's taken up with Bean. And well, they've always been kind of friends, and she basically leads her around. I mean, when I say, "Hey, it's time to go outside. Y'all ready to go pee pee?" Trixie comes running, and she will wait for Bean to come and help her outside. And I tell you what, I am totally blown away at how, um, how resilient. Hang on a minute. Um, but I am just amazed at how, her being blind and not having any eyes. Now, she had one eye and it went bad. And so I went ahead and had it removed because she was in pain. And they said it was like having a migraine all the time. And so that's why I chose to have it removed because I was trying to put drops in it and then she started losing sight in it and then she got like a ulcer on it and it was inflamed and I said, "What do we do?" And he said, "Well, you could remove it." And I was like, "Okay." Because eventually if glaucoma was fixing to take over anyway. So yeah. So I told my daughter the other day, it just amazes me that how she has adjusted. I mean, I think before she could see shadows and stuff like this, and it is kind of sad because normally she's out there barking and she's staring at the fence when she barks. She's barking at the fence most of the time, but she don't know, and she's happy, but I hear her out there bark and bark, bark. She wasn't barking there for a while because I think she was having a lot of pain. So, but she's I mean, she's doing really well, but I need to go get her. I ought to show her to you, but she's precious. She's actually my son's dog, but he works some really strange hours, and then with her being diagnosed with diabetes in the spring, and I was just trying to get her. diabetes regulated, and before he took her home. So yeah, she's precious. She really is. If you hang on, I'll go see if I can get. Hang on, be right back. I'm not gonna go very far because she didn't see my message. Beanie. She starts growling because she thinks it's time to go outside because she hears the other dogs running through the house. So this is Bean. This is Beanie Boo. I used to foster. I used to foster for a local, and I have fostered over 40 dogs in my home. And I used to do pet sitting too. I do a little bit for people that I've been doing it for a long time, but I don't pet sit full time anymore. But Beanie was, she's a very big bean. Beanie is a, you didn't know it? Girl, I've got an unboxing. You missed all my unboxing, and I was showing off my new earring cards for my booth. Anyways, I'm introducing you to Bean. This is Bean. She is mom, a sweet girl. But anyways, uh, Bean was a foster that came in. I took her in, and she was found during a flood. And so, yes, she has no eyes. This eye was removed. This one right here, a couple of years ago. She lost that one to glaucoma, and then this one, Bean, we've been treating the other one, and she had it removed last week. And yeah, it's so sad. But I'm in a group. I'm in a Facebook group. Some people might think it's inhumane, but I'm in a Facebook group that it's about. She's such a lovey, and it's about. I love you too. I just can't stand her. Like that's when the whole crew shows up. Look, it's Beanie Boo. It's Beanie Boo. Boo's in the house. Yeah. So, anyways, some people might think that that's cruel, but I do belong to a group, a support group on Facebook, a blind dog support group, and a diabetic dog. And before I had her eye removed, I did a lot of research on dogs and how they do and how they. And I'm telling you, she is back to her old self because she's not in pain. Huh. You don't hurt anymore, do you? And she's doing really well. Yeah, Boo Beanie. Boo Beanie's in the house. This is I call her Boo Beanie. Boo Beanie's in the house. It's your Boo Beanie. Yeah, she's got a lot of names. She's Bean Dip. My son calls her Bean Dip. Boo Beanie. Because instead of Houdini, I said we have Boo Beanie. Um, she's got several names. Football. We call her because she looks like a little football. But she's all 16 pounds. But no, she is Bean's doing well. That's what I was talking about, Kathleen, before y'all hopped on. She's adjusted really well. And then Trixie, my Chihuahua, my one Chihuahua, she makes sure that she stays close to Beanie and she gets her out to the yard. And I'm just absolutely amazed. To me, I think she's back as far as before she got the diabetes and before she started having the eye problem. She's back to her old self. She's not. She's getting more fun again and more vocal. There for a while, she just slept all the time, but it was because she didn't feel good. We finally got her. Yeah, Christine's in the house. We finally got her sugar regulated, and she's doing so good. So, other than she don't have any eyes, but she has a new contraption. I just don't have it on her. It's called a halo, and it's a little brace that goes around her face, and it kind of is like a goes around her body, but it's a little brace, and anyways, it keeps her from running into stuff. And then one day at a time in the house too. Oh, I'm so proud of her. I'm just really. I know she looks pitiful, but I've had a few people on my Facebook ask me to, share her story because it makes people come here, bird. Get in that situation. Beanie took off. Um, and it was hard, but I didn't want to put her to sleep either because I didn't want to put her down because she's a perfectly healthy dog. Let's see, my dog is 14. I got the same dog in there too. Yeah. Yep. See, and that's how Zoe is. Zoe is 17, and but she's kind of a pain. Come here, Beanie. You're gonna okay, come here. But Zoe's 17. She was the kid's dog, and she kind of I love her to death. I do, but she's just real cranky. And this is a terrible thing to say, but I sometimes say she needs to go meet Jesus. She's 17 years old and she's so cranky and she's lost all her teeth and I know that's mean. No, I can't put a dog down unless I know that they're just something they can't get. But of course, my daughter was like, "Mom, you need to do something with her because you can't afford." I can't afford it. I really can't. $80 a month for insulin for a dog, that's a lot of money. But I'm finding out that I talked to the vet and dogs can be put on human grade insulin, and it's $25 at Walmart. Yeah. Uh, for dogs, for the Vestulin that I buy is about $79. You better not go potty in the floor. Is about $79 a month. And can you imagine if she took more? My daughter's dog takes 11 units twice a day. Bean takes 8 units twice a day. But so the vet told me I could switch her to Novolog, something like that. Oh, it's a German Shepherd. Oh, Sam. Oh, for the um, Sam's Club for the like the Novolog. That's what it's called. Yeah. Well, what I'll have to do is we're going to have to, you know, start all over again. Go have her tested like every month, and which it's no big deal. I don't care. I mean, she's worth it. It's just money. Oh yeah, for the prescriptions. Okay, yeah, I need to. But see, my ex sister-in-law. Well, she's not really. She's my ex-husband's sister, which her and I are still very good friends, and we're still very close. She's very good to my kids, and so she is a farm tech, and she was telling me and my daughter that we could get it for uh, 25 $28. So, like I said, I have to go to my vet, and then we're going to start the process of he'll give me the prescription, and then I'll have to take her in every so often and have her sugar checked and everything. So, look at us, we're up to 7 people. Yeah, Kathleen, I made you a moderator, and I think I was because I don't think I had any. Maybe I need to bring somebody up here. The price is right. Who wants? I'm gonna. If y'all want to join me, like I said, this was just kind of a hang on just a minute. But it was I wanted to share that with you about uh, if you want to join in, if I can figure out how to get you on here. I got Kathleen here; she can help me if anybody wants to join me. But I have to do a shout out to Allison because oh my god. Okay, Allison, listen up, okay, listen up. So I'm at work. Is Debbie Sue here? Where's Debbie Sue? See, I'm still learning all y'all's like, Debbie Sue. Hi, Debbie Sue. I just subscribed to your channel, I think, yesterday because I thought I was already subscribed to it. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. I really appreciate it. I think it's wonderful that we have a community. I have more friends. I have more friends on YouTube than I probably do in real life. Nobody wants to be friends with the funeral director. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so Allison, listen up. Okay, so there's Debbie Sue in the house. Look at her saying hi to everybody. Okay, so today I'm at work and it was like the last 15 minutes of work. And uh yeah, Allison, you want to jump on? Anybody want to jump on? So um so Allison made a video today and she called me out because she's in the she gave me a new nickname. Would you like to announce that nickname, Allison? Allison gave me a nickname. I want her to tell you what my nickname is. Anyway, so I'm listening to her video, and my boss, he's 35, he's sitting over there, young guy. And then my coworker, she's sitting over here. And so I'm listening to Allison's video the last few minutes of work. so, so Allison is here she comes. Here she comes. Let's see if I can get her on here.
Can you hear me?
Is she on? Can we hear her?
Can you hear me?
Sure, I got her mic on.
Can you hear me?
That's the problem. I never can get their mic to work.
Wait.
Mic settings. Okay. What am I doing wrong, Kathleen? How can I get her mic fixed?
Okay, can you hear me?
How do I get her mic fixed?
Can you hear me?
Y'all can hear her.
Can you hear me? You can hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. No, I can't hear. Okay, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. Yay, yay, yay. Mwah, 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 mwah.
So I'm watching Allison's. Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching Allison's video, the last 10 minutes of work, okay? And so I'm watching this. Look at me, Kathleen. Kathleen she's taught me so much. Okay, so I am watching it and I hear her calling me out. Allison's calling me out. Go, hey, Candace, and I'm dying laughing. And my coworker is like, is she talking about you? And I said, yes. And she goes, do you know her? And I was like, no. I mean, you do, but no.
Yes, you do.
And so, anyways, so then my boss comes in there. Like I said, he's like 35. And he comes in there and he's like, is she talking about you? And I said, yeah, she's calling me out. I said, this is the second video. And he's died laughing because like he said, what have you done? And I said, I'm starting a revolution. We're starting a revolution. And so anyways, so I drive straight to my Cato. And I'm in there and I got my phone. And I walk in there and Carol is the manager at my Cato. And Carol, if you're here, I said, look, we're starting a revolution. And so I play her your videos. But did I tell you that, okay, so the last time I was in there, she said, Candace, she said, my manager is telling me that they're going to, I think I said something to you about it, about they are watching, Cato is watching influencers.
Yes, we're huge influencers.
Yeah,
we're massive 55 plus, going to 60 influencers.
Yeah. Next year, I'll be a 60 influencer.
Me too.
And there's nothing in this. I haven't been drinking. So anyways, yeah, I showed her both your videos and she said, oh my God, when my boss comes in, I said, and I gave her your name and I gave her my name. And she's like, oh my God. I said, we're starting a revolution.
So now you are Candace Cato.
Candace Cato, yeah.
Yeah, one or the other, whatever comes out of my mouth. And did you like the little cartoon of the two old ladies?
Yes, I love that. Yeah, that was spot on. I mean,
what are we gonna do about this?
They were laughing. I mean, I was like, they said, you don't know her? And I'm like, no, I mean, I do, but I know her. I don't know her.
Okay, but you know the story from a couple weeks ago when I went to that vid summit. Karen from New Zealand, I know her from YouTube.
Yeah.
And she ended up staying with me for a week.
Oh my gosh. Oh girl, you wouldn't let me stay with you because we'd have way too much jewelry around.
I know, right? But it was like a freak thing. It was like I almost felt like I knew her more than I know my neighbor because, well, no, my neighbor is my daughter, so no, I wouldn't know her. No,
No, you did. You did have.
but
Look
you
what
know,
Kathleen said.
I talk to her more than I talk to some of my extended friends.
Well, that is me too. I mean, this is just kind of my happy place. I mean, and I said, I think it's amazing. Oh, and then, yeah, I was showing Carol, your earrings were from Cato.
Yeah, my earrings are from Cato. And I got outfits here that are going to my daughter for her birthday. My husband's going because I have to stay home and babysit the dog. So I went on Amazon and I could see all these clothes that Hannah kept returning. And so they all had the same style. So when I went to Cato, I picked out jeans that were the same style and around the same size. So I said, Ephraim, you've got to take these with you and hopefully they're going to work.
Did you see what Kathleen said? She
What?
said, I told my husband that us over 50s are taking over YouTube.
Absolutely, we are. We
Got to
So
keep going.
when's your birthday?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine is in March.
Okay. I'm in October. I just had my 59th in October.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I thought you were 55. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, because the thing says life after 55. I actually
Yeah.
started my channel wanting to be a crafter when I was 50. So I started my channel literally when I was 50 and then I gave it up because I didn't know how to video. And so I have like old videos up there from when I was trying to craft when I was 50.
Oh,
Life has just changed.
yeah, you've been at it a while then.
Well, no, I mean, I have like 6 videos up and I never took it down. And so when I turned 55, I had, diagnosis and all kinds of things in my life happen. And I said, I'm going to do this again. I'm just going to make it work.
Yeah.
And that's why it's Allison's Life After 55 now.
I like it.
And now it's 55.
Yeah. You got to change it to 60. So did you just turned 59 this month?
Yeah, when I was at Vid Summit, I had the entire the opening ceremonies. The guy looks at me, he goes, "Why are you so happy?" And he had the microphone. I said, "'Cause it's my birthday." The whole place say, "Let's say happy birthday to Allison."
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, huh?
By the end of the week, I was dragging.
So what was the Vid Summit? I guess I'm just kind of.
It was not just YouTube, it was for any social media. And there were so many great seminars. Like I learned so much. And I actually learned more in between the classes, like just networking with other people.
Yeah.
There was steps. We had an app and it's still ongoing because Saturday I'm going to be doing a live stream. Karen organized, but there's some big names on there. I am not a name person, so I don't know channel names, whatever. But this one guy is a big name. He's I think a producer in Dallas here.
Wow.
So he's going to be on. He agreed to be on with us, and she set that up all through this app, and so it was just a real learning experience. I learned a lot about shorts and longs, and some people say don't do shorts, others, and it was very eye-opening.
Yeah.
So it's called Vid Summit, and everybody's like, oh, it's so expensive. I feel that I got every cent out of it, and I can all the classes that I couldn't make or I want to rewatch, I can watch them for a lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hope someday that we can all be in the same room together.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, Karen already reserved one in my bedroom. We have this like big house here and all my kids are gone. So I said, okay, one of the bedrooms doesn't have a bed in it because we use that as storage now.
Yeah.
But then I've got one. So Karen's room is spoken for. Then there's one across the hall from her. And then my other daughter who lives in Arkansas, her room is not really spoken for because she's in Arkansas. And then I've got a den with a hide-a-bed in it. So pretty much my husband would have to take the week off. Well, he'd have to go somewhere for a week because I don't think he could handle 4 of us, like, you know. And, you know, and Samantha's room has a trundle bed, so you could pull it apart and I can get 2 twins in there. And they all have their own bathroom. So, you know, everybody can have their own place.
Yeah, see, Kathleen says she wants us all to be in the same place. It would be like one giant slumber party.
I know.
We would be acting like a bunch.
You live. I'm yes, you live in the South because you have that southern sweetness.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in Arkansas.
Oh my gosh.
So, where do you live? Are you Texas?
I'm in Texas, but my
Yeah,
daughter.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It looks like I have a halo on my head. Look at that. Oh, the angel.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
How close I am to Oklahoma.
Well, she actually works at Missouri Southern State University, MSSU.
Yeah.
The teacher there.
Okay.
But it's only an hour from Arkansas. And my best friend who passed away, her daughter, Megan, had just bought a house because she got a job at Walmart corporate office.
Yeah.
And so she got a job and she bought a house literally the same week. Hannah had to decide if she was going to take this job. And Megan said, well, she can rent a room in my house because she's got like 3 bedrooms, 3 baths.
Yeah.
So Hannah, I mean, grew up with Megan. Megan was there when she was born. So
Yeah.
they together.
My son lives up in that area that you talk about.
Okay. So yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Candace, we're meant to be together. And I want to be a funeral director. I have got so many funny stories for you.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. This is so hilarious. Yeah, I live, let's see, without trying to give it away, I am about 10 miles from Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We are
I'll tell you, I'm about 5 hours from Dallas.
okay. You know, that's just a little day trip that we can meet part way and be together. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, somewhere in Oklahoma. I mean, yeah. So we can have
Absolutely.
a bid summit. Kathleen fly in. Where's Debbie from? Debbie, where are you from, girl? And then I think, is she still here? Oh, where's she at? Christine. Well, Christine's in Canada, but she's come down too.
We should just make it a non-vid summit thing and make it a YouTubers Unite.
Why not?
There's so much here. We've got Fort Worth.
Here, simply okay. Debbie's in Virginia. She could fly in.
Well, oh my gosh, I go to Virginia all the time to see my aunt. She lives in Fredericksburg.
Oh, she's in Virginia. And then let's see, Kathleen is in Canada, which she's just gonna have to get her passport ready and come.
Yeah.
In. And then I can't find her name now.
Dora wanting to come from Australia, so I'm gonna have
one day at a time. Where's one day at a time from?
I am gonna have a world summit at my house.
There you go. Yeah, Debbie's in Virginia. But yeah, I mean, we need to make a plan. But I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
Challenge for you.
Did
you watch my video where I did the 99-cent jewelry?
No.
You didn't?
Which?
I got 28 pieces of Cato jewelry for 99.
I did see that. You know, I was going to tell you your Cato, the Catos you go to are way better than ours. Ours are very nice, but the sale prices are nowhere near yours.
Well, you know what? You get in good with the manager and you ask them when they have markdowns.
Yeah, today the store I went to, they were not friendly.
No, no.
For eye rolling. And I'm like, that's not nice.
They don't need to be that way.
No. But
Well,
yesterday, the store I went to yesterday, they were very, very pleasant.
well, that's what I'm saying. So I need to just come to Texas and we need to go scope out all the Catos. And
There's
just,
so many in my driving range.
oh,
Like there's so many. It's ridiculous.
but we need to find out when they mark that 99-cent jewelry, you know, because that's what I do. Like the manager, she'll say, "Hey, we're having a jewelry markdown in 2 weeks." So
Okay.
that's when I went and I
Yeah.
got 28 pieces of 99-cent jewelry.
Oh
Now,
my,
you know, a lot of them are going to go in the booth.
I know everything goes in the booth, right?
They're going to go in the booth. I
Right.
mean, not all of them, but a big, like this little necklace was nice. Now, this is hideous. I might wear it, but it was 99 cents. So that's what I thought. I thought, Allison, I'm because when we were watching you, my coworker was going, she's not hitting the 99 cent. And I said, I'm going to have to school her. Well,
No, I got a couple 9-cent pieces, but not many.
well, it's funny. There is a little old lady that I always tease the manager that I'm going to take her out in the parking lot if she ever gets all my 99 cents, because she buys all the 99-cent jewelry too. And I've always teased her. And I said, I'm going to take Pearl down in the parking lot if she gets on my nerves. The other day I went in there and I said, how's Pearl doing? Never met the woman in my life. I just know she's like me. And she's in intensive care. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Buy her
So
a 9-cent pair of earrings and take it to her.
I need to, yeah. But
Yeah.
I felt bad,
You
but she
make her an earring tree.
yes. Yes. So anyway, so yeah, Pearl, I never met Pearl in my life, but she goes in and buys all the 99-cent jewelry. And she
I
leaves
guess
it.
meet her at the funeral home.
I guess so. Yeah. But I tell you what, I have plenty. If you don't
Um,
have jewelry when I bury you, I can make sure you have some on. So I'm gonna do your hair. I'm gonna do your hair. I was doing this poor lady's hair today, and bless her heart. This is a terrible thing, but her hair was falling out really bad. And I felt so bad, but she'd been really sick, and I was doing her hair. I mean, she was passed.
right,
But
right.
anyways, felt so bad for her because her hair was falling out, and I'm trying to tease it up. You know, she looked like me by the time I got her in the casket. She, my coworker, she said, "Well, does she have Jesus hair?" Look at, she said, "Did she?" I because one day she said something about you need to make her hair just a little bit taller, but but flip back. And I said, if I make her hair any higher, her hair is going to meet Jesus
Or,
before she does. So
yeah,
I think Dolly Parton. I think that was a Dolly Parton saying. So yeah.
yeah.
So anyways, yeah, but bless her heart.
I've
She
got so many funeral home jokes. It's when my father-in-law died, we were just like so drunk, happy, like, not that he died, but we'd been up all night,
oh
the whole
yeah.
thing going to plan a funeral and he's got to be flown to New Jersey and,
Oh dear God, yeah.
and we had this very young man who like, I don't know, I swear he was 21. And we go to this really nice funeral home. I just love this funeral home. And they have bowls of mints all over.
Oh,
Go into this room. And I said, isn't it a little late for those? And he goes, what do you mean, ma'am? And I go, well, lifesavers aren't really helpful at this point. When my grandma
oh my
died,
God. We have
for
lifesavers
lifesavers.
we have lifesavers in our. I just thought of that. Oh my God.
Do you have lifesavers?
I just thought of that. Oh my God. Because I have to fill them. I have to go put them in the pastors.
Yeah, they changed it. So they have different mints now. And then when he told me that he was going to be on Delta, I know it was Delta. That's the funniest thing. Delta Flight 221. I said, well, I said, going to be in first class, right? Because my father-in-law would only fly first class and he needs a kosher meal. And the kid looked at me and he goes, ma'am, like he did not know what I was going to do. He had to tell me they were going under the plane. And he's like, they don't sit up front. I look at him like I was gonna blow up. And I go, I know that.
Oh yeah.
That poor kid is wanting to dump in his pants.
Huh?
I had that poor kid wanting to dump in his pants.
Oh, that's.
I just
he wasn't well seasoned yet.
I made him well seasoned.
Yeah, he's very well seasoned as time goes on.
Got real good at getting snappy after me.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's one of those professions you've got to be kind of. I mean, we take our job very serious. I mean, you know when to be. But yeah, it's things like if I make that lady's hair any higher, it's going to meet Jesus before she does.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't being disrespectful. It was just.
No.
I'm sorry, but her hair was as high as I could get it.
All day, you got to find some humor, and you got to know that person around you, find humor with you.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, and that's why I did YouTube and I go to Cato.
And Sonic.
And Sonic. I have not been to Sonic in a while. I went to my dietitian yesterday and I'm kind of in the doghouse.
Yeah.
So I got to lose some weight. And not a lot, just a little bit, because I'm like you, I had weight loss surgery 5 years ago. And I started drinking soda again.
I don't know why that's the only rule that scared me.
It scared me.
Habits, and I can't break those bad habits. But when my doctor said no soda, I remember crying. And the night before, my friends taking me to Sonic, and we sat on the porch at Sonic and just drank Diet Coke. I could feel the fizz of Diet Coke on my nose, I could just
that first burn of that sip.
Yeah, it's the best, man.
Well, with ADHD.
That's my middle name too.
Yeah, it calms me, and that's what I was telling the dietitian yesterday. I said when I'm getting keyed up or something, I'm going there and get a Diet Dr. Pepper, and I'm like, I can go in there and drink a Diet Dr. Pepper at 2:00 in the morning and fall asleep. Yeah. I said it really calms me, and she said, well, I'd rather you drink a cup of coffee. And I was like, but and so
that people that have had the weight loss surgery and have ADHD, the medicine doesn't metabolize with us. I don't know if you're aware of that, but it does.
No, mine dumps about. I take it at 9 in the morning, and I'm done by 2:30.
Okay, mine I have to take 3 times a day now.
Yeah, I've told them I wanted to take it more than
4 in the afternoon, and I'm ready for bed later on.
Yeah.
So
that's what Kathleen and I have talked about. Of course, she has her chronic illness, but I said, I even with me at 9, I'm surprised I'm still have words coming out of my mouth. Maybe it's just because I'm so excited, but I mean, usually at 9, it's mush. I can't. It's here, and I can get it, but by the time it gets here, I don't know. Yeah. And Kathleen and I have discussed that because she's the same way. She said, but hers is due to. You're not ADHD, are you, Kathleen? I didn't know if she was or not.
And I got Parkinson's, so I get foggy brain. So ADHD, foggy brain is not a technical term, but it is within the community. You get foggy brain.
Yeah.
And so you lose words. You can't come up with the word. It's right there, but it's not.
I know. My daughter will say, "Did you take your medicine today?"
Oh my God. That is one of the first things that came up in our house. Nobody ever gets to ask anybody
Yeah.
if they had their meds, because you're going to get slapped upside the head.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Kathleen says she's ADHD and she has that brain fog. And
Yeah.
it's horrible.
It's
I don't think I have the brain fog as bad as you girls do, but mine is just getting things to come from here to here. And you don't want me planning your funeral after 8 o'clock at night because, oh my God, there's no telling, you might have bagpipes and strippers or stuff. I just don't know if I could. I don't know. So it's probably best that I work from 8 to 4.
Oh
So,
my God. You and I
yeah.
talk. I watched this. I have seriously contemplated the whole funeral director thing for I watched a documentary. It was a documentary. It wasn't the 9 Feet Under. It was an actual documentary where they went through the whole program with a class, like the class of whatever, and from start to finish, and how many people actually dropped out. But
Yeah.
went through, and how the guys like slept in their suits because they were would be called out in the middle of the night to go get a body, and it just like amazed me.
Yeah.
Not in a big way, I'm just saying. I
No,
think
it's not a bad. I mean, there
that's
are bad.
me wanting to take care of somebody like in their hardest times, to be there for a family member.
Yeah, I mean, I know the people that I work for because I work for a family owned business. We're not corporate owned yet. I mean, I don't think we ever will be, but so I feel like it's a higher standard when it's family owned, and they're very compassionate people, and they expect the people that work for them to be just as compassionate. And you just can't look at it as it's not just a job. I mean,
Right.
I would want somebody to treat my loved ones. I mean, okay, I'm going to be a little crazy. My daughter is working for the company or the business I work for. She works part-time she works visitations.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day I said, well, now, did you tell Mr. So-and-so goodbye when you walked out the door? And she goes, no, mother. I said, well, I do when I get ready to leave in the evening. I turn the lights off. I say, if we have somebody laying there, I said, goodbye, Mr. So-and-so. See you tomorrow. And I mean, it's not, I'm not being,
No.
it's just disrespectful. I mean, I'm being disrespectful. I said, I just hope that, somebody would say goodbye to me if they were leaving me at night.
We're in the antique business together, you and me.
Yeah.
And trying to do something really quick at my booth tonight, and something kept falling over at the same place. And if it wasn't one thing, I go pick it up, and then something else like on the same table would fall over. And I'm like, I have to sage this place. You guys cut it out. This isn't funny. And then this man walks by and he goes, you okay, lady? And
Yeah. I'm just over here conjuring spirits.
talking to people, I'm okay.
That's funny that you said that because my little coworker I work with, he's 22. He's an apprentice funeral director. And he said, oh my gosh, he'd got a nail in his tire Monday morning. His dogs got out. He had his shoe tore up. And I said, have you saged your house? And he said, yes. And I said, well, he said, I think that's what's wrong. And I said, well, did you open your window before you saged your house? And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, did you not open a window or a door? And he goes, no. And I said, well, my gosh, Hunter. I
You
said,
got let out.
you, you, you chased the juju around in a circle. They're not even in. They're still in your house, and now they've attached to you. Now I don't want anybody to think I'm weird, but
No.
I said any good priest would have told you the same thing.
Yeah.
I said you just chased the juju around in a circle, and so he said, "What do you mean? I got to open a window." I said, "You open a window, you open a door, and then you let them get out." So.
Man, you are my sister. We've got to do like a scheduled live together. And
I think that's what me and Kathleen say about each other. I said, oh God, I might be the dark, you might be the light.
Well, I've gotten to, know Kathleen. We haven't talked, but Kathleen and Debbie Sue through Mrs. Paula's retirement.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've gotten to know them, and also through Dora. They're always on Dora's, so I feel like a kinship to them as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I'm doing the weight loss surgery, the Cato, the antique sales, me wanting to be a funeral director. I mean, come on.
I'll
Really?
hook you up. I'll hook you up.
Hey.
I'll hook you up. You can. Hey, I don't know about the state of Texas, but now some states you have to have a 2-year degree, an associate's degree, but in Arkansas we don't have to have.
I got a master's degree in counseling.
There you go. Then you should check in with like a funeral home and see if you can. I started out by just doing visitations, like I would work visitations, work night when I was working my other job.
Right.
And that's how my daughter's doing it too. So anyway.
My husband is playing with my 14-year-old German Shepherd. But we put dog food in his ball and it has a hole in it. No, and he Cheerios. And he shoves it across the floor and eats the Cheerios as they go. And he's so happy that he can get this huge big ball in his mouth. Not my husband, the dog.
That was fixing to come. I was fixing to go.
The dog is so happy, and then he gets it stuck under the bed, and he has us jumping up and down like we're dogs to get it for him.
Yeah.
That's why I said I just never, I'm sure he's not comfortable that he can't feel his back legs, but I can't put him down for that.
But that was a good one, wasn't it, Kathleen? Not my husband, the dog.
But I hate to say goodnight, but I
got to get over here.
He's going to Arkansas tomorrow, and I'm going to be stuck in Texas.
Who's going to Arkansas tomorrow?
My husband. He's going to see my daughter.
Oh.
So
find me on Facebook or on WhatsApp.
I have a separate email account address that you can email me on my YouTube page.
Okay, yeah, I've got one too, but like I said,
so I'm starting to look at that.
Okay.
Not about emails, but I am starting to look at that one regularly.
Yeah.
It's a locked email. Like we have it set up, so it's a real email. It's not by anybody else. So you can send me an email, and it can be a secured email, and we can exchange information.
Okay, yeah, because like I said, I knew nothing about WhatsApp, and Kathleen was.
Yeah, WhatsApp is fun, but if we just exchange information, we can just, whatever we want that way. So
I'm on Facebook too. If y'all want to find me on Facebook, I'm under Candace Lynn on Facebook. So okay. I got some of my stuff hid, but if I know you, I might let you look at my stuff.
Well, I don't know. I'm waiting for Meta to make their decision if I'm going to get shut down because of the video I made for Vid Summit. I was trying to win the car, and somebody turned me in because I used the word engine instead of.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So they made me take my video down, and I really was sure because it was the day of my birthday that I was going to win that car.
Yeah.
And I said it. And I even have a video of the GM rep telling me about the car because I needed to hear it and take it back home so that I can make my video because I wanted to have the right information.
Yeah.
And it's our generation. We didn't have motors. We had engines. It's like we grew up with engines. So
that doesn't make any sense.
Somebody has to be as low scum to the world to turn me in because I said engine. So
it don't make. I don't know. I just get
so you might not find me on Facebook or Instagram for 6 months because they locked me out once before. So.
And I know Kathleen, she does Instagram, and I used to do Instagram. I had a huge Instagram, and I quit doing it because I just caught myself going from Instagram, and then I wanted to do YouTube, so that's why I got rid of. I don't have my Instagram anymore.
Like I post things that I don't sell on it. Oh, and that is one thing we have to catch up on. I have a very, very, very good platform.
Well, I was looking for that and I couldn't find it. You
Oh,
said
I'll
knit?
tell you all about it. I'll tell you all about it. It is a
Okay.
very safe, it's a very, very friendly platform. And Saturday, they're going to be having a class for new people on how to actually go about doing it and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm saying a few things.
Thinking about selling on Whatnot, but do you know anything about Whatnot?
No, no, she didn't want it to be Whatnot. So she started her own
Well,
thing.
that's what I have looked at Whatnot and I thought about selling on there, but I don't know. I mean,
I won't bore everybody with it, but this. I totally love Jocelyn. She is so awesome.
mhm.
You'll love her too, but it's a safe place. I bought 3 things just to try it to see how the bidding went.
Yeah,
And I've been really happy with everything. And everybody's so friendly. And she will, if she goes through every listing, even though there's thousands, they go 24/7. Auctions are going 24/7.
wow. So I mean, did I sell on there? Is that what you're saying?
You can, or you can buy, and
Okay.
you can buy at great prices and resell in your booth.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of, stuff at home that's been sitting here so long that if I get rid of it for a few dollars, I'll be happy just to make the few
That's
dollars.
how I am too. So do you ship it? Do
Yeah,
you ship?
but I use Pirate Ship, and that's like the best, cheapest
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I print up my labels right here. Pirate Ship tells you what it's going to be with all 3 carriers, and you choose
Yeah.
which you want.
Yeah. I used to ship and stuff. I had an Etsy. But I don't know. I've kind of wanted to get into live selling. I've thought about it, but like, when do I have time?
I know. I know. That's why I like this. They're 15-second They're 15-second auctions.
Yeah.
They say this is going to start at $8, $15, and you have 15 seconds, and people will up it by $1, by $1, by $1.
Wow. You
Yeah,
know what we should do once we get big?
yeah. Well, we are, but they don't know it yet.
When we get big, like me and you and Kathleen and everything, we should have a YouTube auction.
There you go. Auction off YouTube. I get in trouble for that too. I get in trouble for everything.
We'll be selling stuff all over. I got this pair of earrings that I'll sell you. Okay, I've got to research these. I know you got to go, but I got to research these because these came in that lot, and
Oh
they
wow,
look very unusual. They
that is.
haven't.
Is
They
it a
have, huh?
is it a pumpkin?
No, it's a Christmas decoration. It's gold.
Oh,
You take pictures of it, and I'll put it on my post. And then
that's
I don't
cool.
know if you see. I'm going to redo my earrings for my booth. I'm going to put them on these little more like boho type.
Yeah, that's cute.
I said I
Oh,
got those on the
cute.
Temu. On the Temu.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah. But I'm going to head out here. Kathleen, are you still
Got
there?
Kathleen,
Kathleen, Debbie?
Kathleen and Debbie, mwah, to all of you.
This is so much fun. I'm so excited. I didn't think, oh, hang on. Let me show you this. I got this plan. Shopgoodwill.com. It comes from Virginia, Debbie.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
I got this for like $11
I love
on shopgoodwill.com, and it came from Virginia.
Yeah, I've heard what Goodwill is keeping all the good stuff out to sell on their auctions.
Good night, Debbie. Yeah, this came from Virginia. So, yeah, it was brand new.
Everybody, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Send me your information, and I will get back to you.
All right.
And
Okay.
thanks for letting me hang out with you.
It's been fun. I know. Isn't it cute, Debbie?
Bye-bye.
I love it. All
Bye.
right, girls. I'm heading out of here too. I am exhausted, and I appreciate you, Kathleen. I love you, girl. I'm sorry I've been MIA. I love you all. Love you all. And I've just been kind of out of it, and work's been busy. And yeah, I told you today it got busy. So, anyway, so much love to all of you, and I will see you. I may see you tomorrow because I think I have 2 more packages coming in. Yeah, come from Virginia Goodwill. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. It was so much fun, and I love doing this. And I'm hoping to get back into it more, but yeah, got to pay the bills. When my YouTube career takes off, then maybe I can start paying the bills with it. And no, we're going to start doing auctions on YouTube. All right, girls, I love you. It's been fun. Let's do it again tomorrow if I get more packages in.